First of all, congratulations on the win. It was pretty important win for you, very crucial for your team to, get that win so that you guys continue be in the contention for the playoffs. Uh, how are you feeling?
Yeah, more than anything, I'm just happy that we finally ended a game and
Yeah,
we won. Instead of being on the losing side all the time. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it.
yeah. What do you think? What was going wrong the past 2 weeks, and what changed during this week that you were able to win the game where your opponents were one of the strongest teams in your group? What did change? What changed for this week?
I mean, I would say the two teams we played, the first two games we played against Sentinels and G2, I think
Yeah,
those two teams are probably considered top two or top three teams in the
yeah,
net currently. I think for crew, I think it's pretty unfortunate or kind of lucky for us that they were playing with Emta, who
yeah,
only had like however long he had with them recently,
yeah,
like maybe 1 or 2 days of practice. So that was pretty lucky for us.
yeah,
As far as anything we changed, I don't think we really changed anything. I think in the G2 game at least, I think we played pretty normal, as in like we did things that we normally do in practice all the time. It just
yeah,
so happened that I think they played really well and
yeah,
they had good answers for what we did.
yeah.
So yeah.
Uh, Talking about, I mean, you obviously made changes to the roster coming into Split 2. Do you think having to play in a group which was so, you know, so heavy where you have to face Sentinels in the first week, first official game together, back together with FNS and SOM, and then again it's G2 who have come back from an insane run. Do you think that somewhere put you in a disadvantaged position where I mean, if it was an easier matchup, you could have warmed up to the stage better.
Um. Yeah, I think that's definitely a factor. It's FNS and Psalm's first stage games from I really like they last time they played a game on stage was like last year pretty much.
Yeah,
So I think that probably was like a little factor for them. But I don't know, like when I watched the game back, it wasn't really like we did different things or abnormal things that we've never seen
yeah,
before. It was just a matter I think they were just better than us on that day.
yeah,
So yeah, there's no excuses from us. They were just better than us on that day.
yeah. Uh, Talking about today's game, on split, it seemed obviously NRG had some good rounds, but it seemed like crew were in control of the map almost most of the game. Was there something off about split? What was like? Is it again the NRG cold start? The problems you guys had last year?
Literally the first round of the map, I think we were up 5v2, I think, in the
Yeah,
pistol, and then Melzer made a really good play to kill 3 people, and they ended up winning the round.
yeah,
I mean, I don't really know what to say about that besides like he made a pretty good play and he outplayed us.
yeah,
But yeah, we need to be closing that round out for sure. Like just losing like 2v5 or whatever it was in the first round of the game is just not good for momentum and just like momentum and like getting into the groove of things and a good rhythm during the game. But besides that, like just losing pistol in that fashion is like it's not good. Yeah.
yep. I mean,
Concerning the pistol round, sorry, the pistol round is just so important in this game. Like winning a pistol round and then like it goes into bonus. Maybe you have an ultimate that helps you win the round. So yeah.
yeah, what were the discussions like after the first map where you guys, I mean, even Chet mentioned that you guys shouldn't have lost a lot of rounds, and you still did. So what was the discussions like so that in order to, win the next two maps and do it dominantly? So
Um, I think the discussion was. I mean, we didn't really talk much about Split.
yeah,
Uh, After the map, I think we just focused on our pick, which was Ascent. We were heading into our pick, so we just talked about what we want to do there. Uh, yeah, I mean, everyone knows, like, definitely in the back of everyone's minds, like, we threw away some key rounds, but it's still their map pick.
yeah,
And yeah, still their map pick, and like we're heading to our own, so we still got to keep a positive mindset.
yeah. I mean, you guys conflict to a closed out Ascent and Sunset completely and won the first game of the split. How much does that mean for you? I mean, not just for you, your team, and your confidence in, it also helps your chances going into playoffs. And now with this one game, how much do you think this win would affect the confidence going into the next game?
I think this win is great for us. Not only like is it our first win, but like it's just a huge confidence boost, especially especially to FNS and Sam, but
Yeah,
only also us because like the rest of us that have been on the team already, like
yeah,
we like last split we lost the last two games, and then we started off the split with losing another the first two games. So
yeah,
we've been pretty much on a four losing streak, and like as you can imagine, like that's not just not good for player confidence. Um, Definitely like brings vibes down. Like it just affects our livelihood
yeah,
a lot. So I think winning this game is huge for us. And hopefully we can take this momentum, and if we make playoffs, then hopefully we'll make it.
yeah. uh, we talked about the losses, right? And you have been a competitor for a long time, not just in Valorant, you also Counter-Strike. And it's the same with FNS, it's the same. I mean, it's less with Som who started pretty late, but every one of you have been competing for a long time. And such losses are part of the game where we have seen teams like MIB are losing a lot despite having a great start. How do you, as a professional, deal with such losses or such phases where especially after having such a successful phase with Optic and then having to struggle and you know struggle to qualify. How do you manage to keep your head up and keep competing and keep thriving to be better every day?
Trust me. Like considering like our previous success and our history, like our whole team, like trust me, like when I say we were probably pretty very depressed um before this game or before this win. Like this game is just this is our career pretty much and our livelihood. We do this thing every day. Our team, because we got FNS and Sami and we only had a month to practice before the split started. We literally took 0 days off. We played 8, 9 hours a day without a break, and so for 7 days a week, literally 0 days off. And it's just really like, and we started off losing the first two games of the split, and it's just really, of course, it's really demotivating and like frustrating to lose these games, considering like the amount of time we're putting in and how much we're practicing and how hard we're trying. So yeah, it's definitely hard. But you just gotta keep pushing.
Yeah,
Like yeah, there's nothing more we can do besides like keep practicing and like try to fix what we messed up in the matches, so we won't mess it up in future games.
yeah,
Um, yeah. It took a lot of willpower and like a lot of resilience
yeah,
to keep grinding after like consecutive losses. I don't have a good answer for you, but
yeah.
it's
It's a
just it was very difficult for especially me mentally, and yeah, on all of us, I'm sure, but I can just speak for myself. It was really hard for me mentally. Yeah, I was in a really bad spot.
yeah. I hope this win helps you and hope you guys got back on track and I hope see energy on the international stage and win again. Moving on. You would be facing Cloud9 next, and they have the team struggle. The same is a bit unstable, but they have their bright moments. What is the plan of action going to the game, especially for someone like Oxy who has an ability to similar to Kesnith, who can just get multifrags and just turn around. What would the
I
plan of
think
action be?
I think we're not going to treat them any differently. I don't think we've ever treated any team differently
Yeah,
than any other team. Um, like it's Valorant. Like all know, like every team knows what each team can do,
yeah,
and like depending on their comps. So I don't think we're gonna treat it any differently. But except to just like continue doing what we're doing. Like maybe we'll have a little ante for here and there for like
yeah,
specific players on their team. But yeah, we're gonna continue doing what we're doing. As far as Cloud9, my thoughts on Cloud9, I think, I mean, I don't think they're a weak team. I
yeah,
think they're what you consider like a dark horse team. I think they have very strong individual players, and like any of those players have like the potential to like literally carry the game for them or the
yeah,
map for them. But yeah, we just need to be on our toes and like make sure we're shooting just as much as they are.
Yep. Congratulations again for today. All the best for the next game, and hope you win the next game and we see you in the playoffs. All the
Thank
best.
you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.